Okay, I'm back in the car. There was only 45 minutes now, so there should be no power loss in the car, in the battery. Hopefully. Resume. So let's see what's going on. 13.4. 13.3. That's fine. 0.1. That could be a rounding just in the calculation. Okay, we've got 24 degrees outside, and guess what? I'm turning on the aircon now. Yes, so it can get a little bit noisy at the moment. And I also put my action cam back in action and my GoPro as well. Okay, next stopover is in rifle range. I mean, not that's how it's called, rifle range. Funny, isn't it? So that's how quickly you do it. Address, city, rifle range, and the road is Rifle Range Road. Yeah, not showing you the house number. And then we click on start, and that's how quickly you program your Navigator. And you don't have any shitty noise making mobile phone holder in here, or you've got your mobile down here as I have all the time, so you need to look down. It's all well integrated into your dashboard. See, and it works just fine. It tells me in 14 kilometers, and I will be there at 9:40 if I'm starting now, but I need to give them a call and see if they are at home before that. Okay, let's get started. Okay, we are back on the highway. Yes, this is a highway going through this little town here. Obviously it's only 50 and 60 kilometers an hour, and there's even a 40 kilometer zone on the highway where it crosses the school area. But yeah, that's just the Brisbane Valley Highway going north. Or northwest. I've got only 4 kilometers left now on the gasometer. So once we are getting out of town here, I will pop the car back in charge mode and increase the battery capacity a little bit for the next drive through Lowood. And that's what I usually do on such journeys when you have little townships in between. I use the charge mode in between to recharge the battery a little bit so it recovers, and then I've got enough electric power to go through these little townships without making any noise, no fumes. Just clean, green driving. I mean, not so green, but at least it's not noisy. So okay, going back here. Outside. And I've got the air conditioner on 26 as well. It's not like it's boiling hot in here, but it's getting really muggy, and yeah. Okay, I'm turning on charge mode again. We are down to 33% state of charge, and I will run the car in charge mode until we get to Lowood, and then we can drive on battery again. And I found this is the most economy or the most efficient way to drive the car. So if you are in higher speed, you can recharge the battery and then use this energy back in town or city driving, where the car is so much more efficient on EV driving than on these roads here. Gosh, everything is so green here, that's unbelievable. Just give my customer a call and see if they are available in 10 minutes. Alright, yes, they are at home. Just double check sometimes when it's a new customer and you don't know how they actually work. Okay, back in charge mode. Okay, let's do it. I don't like this option at all. This kick, it wasn't really a kick down, but I pressed the accelerator hard, but yeah, you could hear the engine. I mean, not nice. Not nice. I wish they would use more the petrol engine to drive the car and use the two motors to help with that, instead of using the petrol engine to drive a generator on a high speed, which sounds just terrible outside, even inside. I mean, that's just really, 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 I don't know. I think they are doing this because the electric motors have more power than the petrol engine. But I'm not sure why they are not combining all three motors together. Who knows? Who knows? And 16 zone. Yep, that's 40 kilowatt of regen, full power regen. Can you see this tree over there with all these black spots? They are flying foxes over there. show you on the other camera. Hang on. Here we go. Flying foxes. They are hanging upside down and sleeping. This is a whole colony here. They are sleeping during the day and then became active when the sun sets. And all these trees here are full of these creatures. Yeah, just wanted to show you that. People actually don't like them too much because they stink a little bit. Because they are pooing and peeing while they are sleeping and dropping all this stuff down in these tight areas where the colony is. And of course this smell becomes a little bit annoying when you live close to them. But this one is a couple of 100 meters away from the actual first house here, so there's no problem apparently. Okay, another school zone here. We have to drive 40 or even less. Because they've got buildings on both sides of the road here in Lowood. And there is a 40-kilometer limit all day long. Not only in the morning and at pickup times in the afternoon, but all day long. And I'm driving electric, so I don't make any noise. They don't even hear me. Awesome. But we are down to 34.8%. Two kilometers from the gasometer, but I've got the aircon running. Okay, and I'm going probably into, oh, should leave it in B5 here down this hill, fairly steep, because it's still 50 kilometers. Now we are going back in B0, driving out of town and then turn on the engine again to charge the battery a little bit. Because when I come to this new customer, I'm always driving in pure electric as well. Just because mostly customers are interested in the car and because they don't know much about electric cars here. And it's always good to drive there in electric mode and start the conversation then, yeah. And yeah, spreading the word. That's what we do. I think the engine will kick in a minute. Probably right now, because we are down to 31%. If I don't press the charge button, I would not gain any kilometers on PHEV, because it will charge the car for about 3% state of charge, then turns off the engine and uses this capacity again for driving the car until it goes down to 30%, and then the engine kicks in again. So the available EV range, yeah, it changes between 0, so 3 bars on the gasometer to maybe 1 or 2 kilometers, and it cycles between these two states all the time. So, but now I'm turning on the charge mode, so the engine does not turn off anymore and keeps charging the car. So it increases our state of charge. I can only imagine this is totally confusing when you get the car new and you have never had a hybrid with all these buttons and functions and stuff. I can imagine this is quite complicated to understand when to use which drive mode. And you want to be efficient with the car. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you're not buying this car to be sportive. That would be the wrong car then. But yeah, to be efficient, you probably want to change between between these modes manually. If you leave it in automatic, it will do fine, but you can be more efficient when you change them manually. So it goes downhill now. I just turn off the car and go into glide mode. The automatic mode would not do this. It would constantly charge the car until we reach 33% state of charge again. Yeah, it would not go into glide mode. But I've overridden the car now, but the battery is empty, so the engine runs anyway. Bad example. Okay. See, the engine is still running, not using any energy. Road here? No, I don't think so. There is. No. Maybe there was a road before. See, that's where the Navigator gets it wrong. I think this road doesn't exist anymore, so I need to do a detour. I've got 33% state of charge now. And if I turn off charge mode, the engine would turn off as well, and it would use this 3% state of charge to drive on electric, and then it would go back to the hybrid driving. But I'm still keep charging it until we get close to the customer's home, so I can show off. No road either. There's no road either here. I'm not sure. I'm a little bit lost now. It wants me to go back. So that's a situation where the Navigator fails now. Because the map is old and they have changed the roads here after the flood. And the map has not been updated yet. Alright. So in this case I'm using Google Maps to have a look. I know what you're saying now. And I say, oh, why hasn't he used Google Maps in the first place? You know? I could have. Ah, it wants me to go all the way back. Halfway back to just where we came from. Ah, that is annoying. There's no other way apparently now. Ah. Okay, we need to turn around and go back. Fantastic. Fantastic. Coming. At least we can put the car in charge mode again and can charge a little bit more energy. Start. The funny thing is, the customer is just living beyond these trees here on the other side of the creek, but there's no bridge going over there, so there's no way of coming from this side here. I need to go back all the way halfway to Lowood. What a waste of kilometers and energy. Shit. I should have checked this before. Ah well. Left-hand side where these houses are behind the bushland here. That's where I have to go. But there's the creek, the creek in between. And this is the bridge here over the Lockyer Creek, the Lions Bridge. Yeah, the car navigator wants me to go left now, but there's no road anymore. They have, because the bridge which was here before has been destroyed. But the car navigator doesn't know, but Google Maps of course does. So we have to go up this hill again and then go the other way. Track now. Kent Road. No through road. Okay. That's a dead end road anyway here. Typical Australian country road. Look at this. One lane only, with some gravel and dust left and right. If another car comes, you go into the dust. Then your car looks like shit all the time. But you know, saves them money, putting only one lane in. Okay, I'll probably stop my recording here because I'm close to the customer. reasons, I'm stopping here now. Okay, see you later.
20 minutes later.
Is this recording actually? I think it is. Alright, go! 6 kilometers left, but we have probably a 12-15 kilometer drive home. So I'll let the car do what it wants to do now, because we could potentially recharge at home straight away for our other appointment in the afternoon. Okay, let's do something different. I'm not letting the car do whatever it wants to do. We've got 19 kilometers to go home. I just turned on the Navigator in the car again to go home. And it's probably here where I need to go. Yeah, I think so too. That's probably it. Let's try to optimize the drive home. I've got 4 kilometers left. Otherwise it would be boring. We would have nothing to talk about and just watching the car engine turning off and on again. It would be totally insane. So I know there's a downhill section here, just over this little hump. And letting the car coast. Not braking, not braking. Ah! A little bit fast. A little bit fast. Okay, go back to B0. Just let it coast here, that's fine. There's no one behind us. It's a 100 km/h zone, but nobody there. So I can hypermile a little bit. And look at this, it's a lot browner here, a lot drier than before in Lowood. There was so much green there, so they must have had a lot of rain, or more rain than here. There's still water in these creeks here on the left hand side of these dams, but okay, there's a car coming behind us, going into charge mode. We've got 16 kilometers to go. Interesting thing now, because the engine is in serial mode. It has just swapped over. Excellent. when you drive 100 kilometers per hour and you turn on the engine via safe or charge mode, the actual engine will stay a long time in serial mode. So the engine drives the generator, and which charges the battery then, or delivers the energy for the motors. It doesn't flip over to the parallel mode or the hybrid mode straight away, as it usually does. I know it does it at the beginning when the engine is cold to warm it up a little bit, but now the engine should be warm anyway, and it was showing the serial mode quite a long time, an unusual long time. I've got 28 degrees already, and it's 10:40 in the morning. Which they have a trailer sitting outside with a sign, watermelons, $3 each. So it's not too far away. And I'm constantly in this area here anyway to fix computers. Wow. So we've got 2 kilometers on the gasometer back, but only 33% state of charge. Turning off charge and let it coast for 200-300 meters. Okay, turning charge back on. There will be an estate where I don't want to use petrol, so I'm charging the engine a little bit. Charging the battery, not the engine, of course. I'm charging with the engine. That's what I was going to say. So far since this morning. The other one is since the last fill up, and the tank is still full. 3 kilometers, 4.6 liters per 100 kilometers so far, which was not too bad. So that's the 80 kilometers estate. Turning off the engine and driving in EV mode as far as possible. Not using much energy here. We are down to 34% state of charge. The dog has just shit itself. Oh, Daniel. Oh. I'm hypermiling. air condition to cool my pack. What temperatures do we have? 26 minimum temperature in module 5 and 35 in module number 2. And it cools the battery pack from the back to the front for some reason. So the fan of the battery cooling sits in the front, but there is a channel, like a duct, where it blows the cold air to the back of the battery pack, and then it goes from there back to the front. I'm not sure, this is a weird design a little bit, because you would expect the wind from driving pushes the wind, or pushes the cold anyway back in the pack. But yeah, they do it the opposite way. No, they must have tried it maybe and said, yeah, this is more efficient. Okay, we are. The engine is back on. No, doesn't matter. We're almost out of here. So let's see if I can get 3 or 4 kilometers on the gasometer again until we go home. Because there is some housing before as well, and always trying to fill up the battery a little bit here in these areas where you drive between these farms, and not using any petrol and making any noise in these more urban areas. Got 2 kilometers so far on the gasometer. Because potentially 4 kilometers will enable me to go all the way home then without using any battery energy anymore, or petrol energy. What am I talking about this morning? Just wrong. In front of us where the trees are, and going over this hill, which takes a little bit of power. Now there's an 80 kilometer zone in front of us, so let the car coast. There we go, hitting 80 kilometers straight away. That's good. Engine now. There's a car coming. Come on, go! Yeah. Sharp turn. I've got no momentum now to go up this hill here. So I'll keep it easy. I've got 4 kilometers on the gasometer. We are down to 35.7%. And we've got a couple of little hills here to master to make it. It's down to 3 kilometers. We are on 35. See, the last blue bar has just dropped. I'll make a separate video about the last blue bar. Should be back in B0 here on this road. coast on these downhill sections. 34%. And let it coast. A little bit downhill. Let's see if we can make it the last uphill section before going home. So B0, just so I can take my foot off the accelerator once we are up the hill. It uses 15 kilowatt at the moment. Shows me 1 kilometer. I hope we can make it. Hypermiling. We're almost on top. 31%. State of charge. Can I make it? Can I make it? And take the foot off. Yeah, made it. Yes. So now the rest is only regen. 31%. Awesome stuff here. And we are back home. Oh, shut up. Yes, I'm not buckled up, I know. There you go. Get everything you want. I would really like to wash the car today, but it's so hot. It's just not good. Probably tomorrow morning. Okay. Back in Andy's garage. Okay, let's have a quick look. I can actually stop the recording here. Let's have a quick look what's going on. So, 4.7 liters per 100 kilometers says the MMCS. Yeah, that is so confusing because you got ampere hours up here and kilowatt hours down there. So okay, let's do some calculation with these figures. So 12.9 kilowatt hours electricity plus 5 liters. There's no space on the whiteboard anymore. I need to get rid of some of the stuff. I don't know which I don't need anymore. No idea what that is here actually. Okay, so overall consumption, as you can see, it the dog shows us 4.6 liters per 100 kilometers on average, and the MMCS showed us 4.7 liters, so they are very close together. So it looks like the MMCS is working fine. So I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with this. I think we've got the 12.9 kilowatt hour times 0.29, and then we have got the 5 liters. So 5.0 liters times $133 times 0.29. This should be $3,741, which is in total $10.39. That's supposed to be a 10. So $10. This is for a trip of 109 kilometers. So 109 kilometers. Oh God, $9.53 per 100 kilometers for this trip. So if we would have run on pure petrol, yeah, and saying the car uses about 9 liters, $11.97. That would be on pure petrol. So the savings are $244 by 11.97 times 9.53 minus 100. That's a 20% saving. Is that correct? Let me just rethink this one again. It's hot, I can't think. Is this correct? What do you think? 20%. I think now that is wrong. That is wrong because I have used 12.9 kilowatt hours on this trip in total, but in the morning I have recharged the car only with 8.3 or so. So there was only 8.3 I've put in the car. The rest came from the combustion engine, and this energy is included in the 5 liters already, which shows up here. So I shouldn't use the 12.9 here. 0.6. Yeah, of course there's a dollar sign in front of it. Of that. This will stay. This is just an estimate, so the car uses about 9 liters on this trip. That should be a realistic figure for that, because there was city driving as well where the car is actually not very efficient. And what the heck? Okay, let's do the calculation there. 11.97. That looks much better. That is a better result for the PHEV. So 24% savings on this trip, and I didn't drive slowly. So that looks much better. I'm still very confused with all these numbers and figures in the dog here. I'm not sure what these. I mean, the 12.9 kilowatt hours. That's what the car has used in total. But this includes the generation while the engine was running as well, and that's not what I put in the car. So I can't actually use the 12.9 and multiply this one by the power price I'm paying here. So I'm only paying for the power I've put in with the EVSE in the morning or in the night. So they should be accurate. The red numbers are accurate now. 24%. I should go in the pool now. I should recharge the car first because I've got another appointment this afternoon. So far this new road trip, 109 kilometers. Let me know what you think. Do you want to see more of these road trips? I'm happy to let the camera run. You can see the area we live in here, and do some commenting here and there, and you can see the dashboard so you know what the car is doing, and probably that's what we get at the end. So anytime. I'm closing this video now. It's long enough. That's why we have 2 parts. So thank you very much for your support. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Andy from Unplugged EV Australia, signing off. Actually, before you go, I just thought I should refill the car now and measure the kilowatt hours going into the car and use these kilowatt hours, because this is the energy I have used to refill the car. That is actually the energy I've used to drive the car today, because the one this morning was from refilling it last night.